So this is the SeeYing Y2 DLP projector, a native fit-in-your-pocket Android on-the-go mini DLP projector that costs as much as a WXGA H8 or an LG PH550, but is it as good? As far as image quality, yes it is, but it's not without its fault, so this is my full review and unboxing of the SeeYing Y2 mini DLP projector. So guys, let's take a look at the SeeYing, I'm sure I'm pronouncing it wrong, Y2. We'll call it the Y2 DLP projector. So this is my unboxing knife. This is the Hellraiser Hellbat. Now if you missed that video, this was a while ago, about a year ago. I'll link it in the video description. Retail packaging looks really nice. It should look really nice. It costs about £400. Now, yeah, £400 this thing costs. So this is basically, on paper, if you check the specs on Amazon, this versus the WXGA H8, the review is coming, by the way, it's on the way. This thing has a better lumen count, if anything. So as far as the contents of the box goes, you get an instruction manual with pretty good diagrams, and it's quite clear and concise. There's no over-the-top instructions, all make sense. D-ILA, mirrorcast, AirPlay, all of that is supported. You get 1x UK power adapter. This will vary depending on which link you use. We also get the power brick. I'm trying to read, and I can't actually read because I've not got my glasses on, guys. It's going to be a 5V. 2 meter high-speed HDMI cable is also included, and you get this remote. The one on the left is the remote that you will get on the retail packaging. The one on the right is, apparently, it doesn't work. So I couldn't get it to work, so they sent me out the one on the left. You also get a tripod, and it looks very similar to one of the Omrang mini DLP projectors we checked out. And the last thing inside the box is the projector. As far as to give you guys an idea of scale, this is how it stacks up against a 5.5 inch display smartphone. Now if you're going to compare this against the H96P or even like the P8i projector, it's not as small of a form factor, but it's more than adequate enough to fit into your pocket. Granted, you might need quite large pockets, but the whole projector's got this lovely, let's call it stealth, a nice stealthy matte black skin around it, even around the cutouts and on the base of the projector and near the ports. The whole quality thing, it's there. Before we go ahead and take a look at the physical form factor of the projector, here's the listing on Amazon just to show you guys exactly what you're paying for. When you compare this against the WXGA H8, by the way, the WXGA H8 has the Amazon Choice Award, the Editor's Choice Award. When you look at the specs, on paper, the Y2 projector actually is a lot better. It's got 1500 extra lumens, an extra 1000 on the contrast ratio, and it weighs less. So on paper, theoretically, it is better. But it does actually miss something, which is dual band Wi-Fi, and it doesn't have a dedicated Ethernet port, so you can't hardwire it in for fixed connection. Recently on the H96P projector, I tried to upgrade the firmware version. Now I've tried to do this in the past with many different DLP projectors, and I've failed miserably. First because you can't find the actual firmware file anywhere online, but this Y2 projector, I actually managed to get the firmware version, and you can actually upgrade it. I'm not entirely sure about the Android version though. So as far as operating noise level of this projector, it stays around 41 or 40. Now when I move the power brick, it goes up to 48 and 50. That's nothing to do with the projector, but the ambient sound levels could be better. I have actually seen a lot better. Just like most projectors around this price point, there is a pairing process to match the remote control with the projector. You do this by holding on to the power button, select the enter key at the same time, 3 seconds pressing it down, and then place it next to the projector when the power button starts flashing red, and the pairing process is complete. So while I was testing this projector, one of the things I check for obviously is brightness, good contrast, and if there's any distortions in the corner, the level of the black and the level of the white, all of that stuff was really good. Now one of the other problems that you have with a single chip DLP projector is the rainbow effect. Now if you look very closely, you'll see as it comes out nearer the outer edge, there's a few little colour artifacts. I've seen much worse, so this isn't too bad. Now rainbow effect is going to happen regardless, it's just part of the technology as I said, but for most people you'd be hard pressed to notice it. Now by the way, filming this video has been an absolute pain because it's almost impossible to film a single chip DLP projector unless you have a camera something resembling like a red weapon. Unfortunately, I haven't got 50 grand to waste on a camera of that caliber. So that's enough of me feeling sorry for myself. Along the front of the projector you've got a plastic sliding lens protector. On both sides of the projector you've got a custom made copper heatsink for heat dissipation. On the bottom of the projector you've got a standard 1/4 inch thread, any tripod will do. And as far as the rear I/O, headphone jack, 2 USB ports, you've got a full-size HDMI, you've got your IR port on the back along with your power input for your DC power supply, a micro SD card slot, and a physical power button as well. The Y2 projector also uses a genuine Texas Instrument made DLP chip. Trust me, that's a good thing. Now, the battery life on the Y2 projector again was really good. It lasted me personally for about 2.5 hours. If you get the appropriate DC to USB, you can use a fast charge power pack to actually charge a projector on the go. Just before we get on to the video test, let me show you. This is the main home screen of the projector, and on there you've got YouTube, photos, videos, Wi-Fi, you've got your browser and your apps. Now, this projector uses a motor to focus. Now, that button is located on the projector as a plus and back button, and you can actually focus the image really precisely. So no messing about with like manual focusing or messy keystone correction. Now, within the actual projector, you've got the App Store. This is not the Google App Store. The Google Play Store is actually on the projector as well, but if you use their App Store, you've got other apps like, shall we say, you can download Kodi, Exodus, you can download Showbox, all of that. The projector does have its own setting menu. This is all software based and you can actually access all of that, and this should look familiar if you've used any form of Android in the past. Now, by pressing the menu button on the remote control, you can bring up the actual projector settings menu where you can actually access all of the display modes to change your picture. As you can see, there is a pretty dramatic difference in between each mode, much better than any LED projector would actually offer. You can also, by going back, you can actually change the language of the projector, so it's trying to focus in on the screen. The smaller the screen, the less flickering, but it just depends what you're trying to film. It's very annoying. You can change the aspect ratio and the color temperature, all of that good stuff. Single chip DLP projector, 3,500 lumens, makes it very difficult to film. Check it out. So let's check out the video test. So guys, let me know what you guys are thinking right now, because genuinely, I haven't actually look at it close up. I mean, this is a great test. I've got a, I think I'm up to about 50mm here, and you can make out every single line, every single font. Now, I will keep moving around during all these clips, so to give you guys a close-up and different angles so you can see the clarity and the quality of the image. Now, if it does lose focus, that's me, because I forgot to press the focus button on the camera. But the clarity and the detail and the colours, it's just absolutely mesmerisingly good. I don't know if you guys heard that over the microphone. That was my belly rumbling. Maybe I should go eat something. Now, if you haven't seen my Halloween FX build, check that out. I'll link it down below. Connecting it to my Acer laptop via HDMI, again, not a problem. By the way, if you haven't checked that video out, check out the review of the Acer Swift. But it just looks really good. Look at the image that I'm getting. I could actually open up Sony Vegas. Sorry, wife, get out the way. She fell asleep on the sofa while I was actually shooting this video, because it took me an absolute age to be able to actually record some clips that would actually do this projector justice. I have actually turned on the lamp right next to it, as you can see, and I've got it pointed at the actual screen with the brightness turned up directly on the corner. Now, if you actually look at the image, it has washed out a tiny bit, but it does not ruin the image whatsoever. Now, the screen size at the moment, I believe, because this screen goes up to about 130 inches, I'm saying this is like close to about 85, maybe even 90 inches. Compared to the test that we do with the other DLP projectors, this is far more superior and on a grander scale. I feel most of those clips that we've just watched have come from YouTube and Exodus and Kodi and all of that, but here's something from Netflix. It plays that absolutely perfectly. So guys, my final thoughts. So this, let's be honest, this is the first one that we've checked out on the channel, and I have actually seen a few, and I've actually seen an LG PH550 in action, and I can actually genuinely say from what I've seen, the colours and the sharpness of this projector are absolutely mesmerising. And you know what, I have no doubt that this projector will go to 150 inches plus with ease. As far as the build quality, again, I love the stealth design of this projector, and I love the fact that it was just one colour, very simple. The things I didn't like is the fact that it didn't have a dedicated LAN port on it. That would have made it much better. Now, for whatever reason, if that wasn't feasible, maybe beyond me why they wouldn't add 5 GHz wireless network. That said, the 2.4 GHz wireless network worked absolutely fine. Now, the Projector by no means is the quietest out of anything of that DLP form factor. I'm not going to say it was, but it wasn't overly bad either. Your experience wasn't ruined. So that's me done for now until the next review. Links are in the video description if you want to check it out. Ask me any questions in the comment section, and I'll catch you next time.